Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. And today I'm playing with this wonderful bundle called Linked Together, which is a stamp set, as you'd expect, which is all sentiments, and I love the fonts. Dies, so you've got a diamond, an oval, some flowers, some leaves, stems, and a trellis, which is really fun. And these masks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masks. So I'm going to use the masks on 2 cards today. And have I used the everyday arches? No, I have no idea why I've got those out. So I'm not using those today. Okay, so the first card. Oh, also just to say, I'm using the in colours that are retiring today. Hang on, we're not straight. Let's just get this. That's better. So the 5 in colours, the 2023 to 2025 in colours, boho blue, copper clay, moody mauve, pebble path, wild wheat are all retiring at the end of April, and they'll go on the last chance list. In fact, people are stocking up already, and some of it is on I think the wild wheat card stock is on back order. So if you want anything in those colours, I would suggest you, it's turned itself around again, I would suggest you stock up sooner rather than later. And there we go. Okay, so I am using Moody Mauve first, although yes I am, and Pebble Path, boho blue, and then the last card, the example I did was in Pebble Path, but that was the end of my card stock, so I'm then using copper clay, which is one I haven't really used very much. The first card I'm doing, I'm going to use the masks, and I'm going to be using grey granite and pebbled path. Grey granite first. And that's the other thing to let you know. If you spend £25 or more in my online store by midnight on the 25th of March, I will send you everything you need to make the 3 cards. And you'll get the tutorial with the full measurements and instructions as well. So if you, you can adapt them to what you want. So I've got everything pretty much ready. I'm just going to take my piece of basic white. I'm going to put the rest to one side. I don't want to lose it, so I'm going to pop it back in there because I've got the little flowers are quite fiddly. I don't want to lose them, so I want to pop that back in there. And then I'm using mask 1 and mask 3, and then we'll use different masks on. So I'm just going to tape my paper down with post-it tape right on the edges, because this mask isn't going to leave much at the edge. So that's literally holding my paper down. Now then what I'm going to do, now each mask has got this little, like a triangle, and so I'm going to line that up on my paper. There we go. And I'm going to use post-it tape again to hold that in place. And then I'm going to mark where that is. The first time I forgot to do that, and so lining it up, the overlay of the second mask was a little bit tricky. So it's not perfect on that first card, but hopefully this one will be better. Let's put that there so I can get to the little triangle. So I just need a pencil. So I'm just going to mark there, and then that means I can line up. So they've all got that, the masks, so that I can line up. Now I'm going to do grey granite first. I know I've got one that says brown and grey granite's grey, but it's quite pale, so I'm hoping it won't affect the brown. And I'm just going to try and get some coverage. Grey granite's quite pale, which is the effect I want. So, well, it does look quite brown on the card. I think it might need re-inking actually. And these, this trellis is quite thin and narrow, and so when you go over with a different one, that's how you get your effect. See, to me, it's almost brown rather than grey. I can see it's quite covered up there, but it is quite a light colour. Let's get this side lined up. Now the middle. There we go. So I'm just going to peel that mask off. And in fact, I'm going to keep my post-it tape there. And then you just rinse the masks under the tap and it'll get the ink off. There we go. So that's mask number 1. As you can see, all the ink around the edge there. So I'll rinse that off afterwards. And then I think it was number 3 I used. No, that's number 5. Oh, 4. 2, 3. Don't know why they're out of order. Yeah. So this time I'm going to use number 3. So I'm going to line up my triangle. My post-it tape down. And I'm just going to get that off. So there's still quite a bit of ink on there. I'll be using that later. So, and now I'm going to use Pebble Path. So you can see it's much, much thicker. And I can see the lines that I've already done underneath. So it's quite a cute effect, actually. Much darker. There we go. I can actually see this one going on, whereas the other one I couldn't. Hopefully that's enough. Let's have a look. Yes, there you go. Cool as that. So just for a little bit of using the blending brush, and that's my background. So that will need a wash as well. I am going to use number 1 again, so I'll keep that out. Get my post-it tape as well. Okay, so now let's go back to the card base. So this is a Moody Mauve card base. It's the same colour as my grid paper. And there's all my flowers. Okay, so this should fit onto there. Now, the measurements for this, right, so the basic white is 9.2 by 12.7. And that's going on to a 9.5 by 13 piece of Pebbled Path. So I'm just going to get some Seal Plus. Let's pop a little bit on the back. There we go. And you can see we've got a really little bit of Pebble Path. It's not quite straight. Oh, I'm not going to fiddle with it. And then that's going to go on there also with Seal Plus. go. There we go. So that's the card base done. And then the diamond, I should have done it before I cut it off. So I'm going to have it like that. A bit more like that, actually. So I'm going to trim that. I'm just going to mark it with a pencil and cut it with my guillotine. What I would have done was adhered it and then trimmed it, but I didn't. But that's okay. I can sort that out. Okay. There we go. So that's going to go on there. And this is going to go on with dimensionals. So I'm going to put my stems on first. I'm going to use some Tombow liquid glue, but I'm using my Sweet Petunia glue holder. Just helps me have a bit more control over the glue. Also, I've got an ordering special on at the moment, which I will give you the details of in the post. But if you're on my email list, you should already have had it. And if you haven't, you're welcome to join my email list. But it was my wedding anniversary last weekend, so I'm celebrating that between the 15th and 31st of March with some freebies. You get any amount that you spend at all, and you'll get 5 handmade cards from me, including envelopes. Spend £50 or more and you'll get 10 handmade cards and 39 sheets of 6x6 paper. And spend £100 or more and you'll get all of the above plus a free stamp set. Okay, so I'm just going to pop my flowers on with mini dimensionals. It's not really a colour I've used very much, Moody Mauve. Boho Blue and Pebble Path, I think, are the ones I've used the most. But then that's okay. Every 2 years it happens, and we've got some new colours coming in to replace, which I love, although I haven't seen them in real life yet. I've only seen them online. So I will share those with you as soon as I get them. And then, so I've got a couple of spare flowers there. And then I use, I think, the Starburst sequins, which is a new online exclusive product. So online exclusive just means it's not in the catalogue. And I'm just going to pop some white in the middle of the flowers so you don't see the dimensional. Keep those out because I think I'm using them in the others as well. Okay, so now I'm going to pop that on with dimensionals, big dimensionals. Don't forget to use the bits around the edge. Oh, I thought that was okay, not to worry. That's what I thought it was. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up with the edge of the card. The edge of the basic white, so you can see the pebble path. And there you go. And then I just need to do a sentiment, and I don't think I did. I'm just going to stamp. So what I did on this one, the example, wishing you and a banner, and then inside a happy day. So I'm going to stamp a happy day. No, that's a lifetime of love. Must be that one. A happy day. Yes. And I'm going to stamp it in Pebble Path. And I'm going to do the wishing you. I'm not going to cut a banner. I'll just cut a rectangle. Oh, I'm going to need that. Wishing you. Just managed to get ink on my fingers. Let's get it off before I get it everywhere. Okay, so that's that. So that's going to go on the inside. Was that an echo then? Let's do some seal. Pop that inside. And then I just need to do my wishing you. I'm just going to cut that down. That'll do. The banner is there a banner in the doors? Must be. Well, I obviously forgot. No, there isn't actually. I don't know where I got that banner from. Anyway. Wishing you. Whoops. So that's just going to go along the bottom. So I need some dimensionals. Well, let's just use one there. And then we want some wet glue. There we go. Wishing you. And a little bow in white twine. Oh gosh, this is nearly at its end. Come on, bow. Please be nice. Oh, it's not going to play the game. Right, let me get the bone folder. Just going to straighten it. I've got carpal tunnel in my right hand, and it's got really bad lately, so I am struggling. I have to say, doing things like bows, and my right hand is my dominant hand, so I'll try it once more. If it doesn't work, I will do it off camera. Right. And glue dot for that. Rolled up glue dot. Pop that there. Trim that down. And there you go. That's card number 1. That took me a bit longer because of the masking. Okay, so moving swiftly on to card number 2. Just make a bit of space. And this is boho blue, which I am going to miss. As you can tell, I'm a blue girl, blues and greens. And this is using the trellis. So hopefully I've got everything ready. And this is using the Timeless Plaid Designer Series paper to get the gingham. So let's pop this. So it's a basic half A4, 21 by 14.8, scored in half at 10.5. And this is the Designer Series paper is 10 by 14.3. So just half a centimetre down. And then I have a piece of Designer Series paper. No, I have a piece of basic white, which is 8.5 by 12.5 for the inside, and on, in fact, I've got 2 bits here for the, well, I don't know why I've got 2 bits. Maybe it's for the card 3. And then I've just got a little strip of the gingham, which is going to go across there. I'm going to use the wet glue because my seal's probably too wide. And I could just trim that. There we go. So that's for the inside. So no naked envelopes, and decorate your insides. There we go. Right, now I've got the trellis. I've got my flowers. Seem to be stuck to my trellis. Now, I didn't have my boho blue there. Okay. So I need a bit of boho blue, which is as wide as the trellis. So that will do, and I'll just cut it down. So I'm just going to use wet glue again. You know why I can't see what I'm doing is because I haven't got my glasses on. That would help. Oh, much better. Right, now wet glue. Now you could use the adhesive sheets on this, and that would probably make it quicker. But there is space for the glue. It's just fiddly. Okay, so I'm going to line it up at the edge. And then trim that off. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the camera. There we go. Okay, so that's going to go. Oh, need a bit more glue. That's it. That's going to go on with dimensionals, but I need to put my my flowers on again. So again, I'm just going to use the wet glue. I couldn't speak for a minute there. Oh, arm and shoulder are aching. I have no idea why. And the same with this one. Another flower. And a third flower. So doing even numbers, we've got the three Moody Mauve ones, and then I'm going to have 2 boho blue, so I'm still keeping the odd numbers. Right, mini dimensionals. bending the flowers to give them a little bit of a lift. And then I'll do the same thing with the sequins. I'm going to pop that on with dimensionals. I'm going to use this long bits. One. Two. Three. Whoops. That's my blue flowers. It's quite a few. Well, that should do it. I think these must be from a kit because they're a little bit higher than the regular dimensionals. Okay, there we go. So let's pop that on the middle of the card. Just eyeballing it. You can measure, but I'm just kind of eyeballing it. Whoops, it's not straight. That's straight, there we go. And then these have got glue dots on. And I need my starburst sequins. And we'll use yellow this time. And the sentiment, I'm just going to stamp and fussy cut. So I put enjoy. I'm not actually sure it needs. I think actually no. I think I'm going to leave the sentiment. I just think it looks better without it actually. And you can put your sentiment inside. So that's card number 2. Okay, so moving on, card number 3, we're going to be doing a bit of blending brushes again. I love this one. Use some designer series paper as well from the Nests of Winter, which is a winter paper but not necessarily Christmas paper, and it's fun fold and it opens like so, and then you have your sentiment underneath and then it opens again. And I haven't actually put anywhere to put your message. You could put under here so it doesn't show when you open it, line it up, or you could just put something on the back, but I really love that one. So but this is the one I was using, Pebble Path, and I've run out of Pebble Path, so I'm going with Copper Clay, which I haven't used before, and again it's Timeless Plaid to go with the now which one am I going to use? I think I was going to use that one, like a tablecloth. So the fun fold part of it basically is just the cutting. Let me just make some space here. So this is a regular half of A4, 21 by 14.8, scored in half at 10.5 as per usual. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just need to get my instructions. It's 3.1 centimeters in from each side. 3.1, and I'm going to cut up to the score line. Yeah, perfect. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'll go down from the score line this time. So now I've got my fold, and that's how easy that was, basically. And then just need to put the paper on. No, I'm not going to do that. The bit we're going to do first is the actual masking, and the bit we're masking is this bit here. Okay, so I'm going to just tape my paper down, my card. And then I'm going to get mask number, that's number 3. Number 1 again. Now I'm going to turn it up this way this time, because I need to be able to see where the triangle's gone. Okay, let's just take that down. Now I'm going to draw my triangle up this end. Okay, and get my blending brush, and I'm going to do the same. Actually, I'm not. That's brown. I'm going to do copper clay this time. So it's going to be monochromatic, colour on colour. So copper clay, where are you? I'm not sure I've even used this ink. I can't open it, so probably haven't used it. No, it's brand new. Look at that. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm just going to go, because I've used that, it's so dark, I'm going to just use that as the only one. On the other one I did do mask number 4, so I used the grey granite again, but I'm just going to leave that. There we go. And that needs a wash as well. Get rid of all these bits now. To literally just the corners and very bit. Okay, so there, that is what the card looks like now. Just get my bone folder. I think it was a bit heavy-handed. I haven't used that, so it's, yeah, it's a little bit heavy-handed, but that's okay. We're going to have something on top of it, so I'm going to put the big piece inside, and that's like a tablecloth. Gets Timeless Plaid again. There we go. And then I've got 2, it might go with wild wheat for, I don't know, should we go for wild wheat? No, let's stick to it. I think I prefer the Pebble Path, but I didn't have any left, so this is, I think this explains why I've never used the ink pad. There we go. Now the trick to your sentiments. So I've got a strip of copper clay, which is 2.5 by 3 by 12, and then this is 2.5 by 12, and I'm just going to put this straight on. From, oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was off the camera. Hang on. From the edge, because it's not going to be visible, basically. Oh, that was terrible. Come on. More haste, less speed. I think this colour is doing something to me. I'm not sure I like it. Okay, let's turn that over. No, I'm going to have to get another bit of copper clay. That's not, I ruined it. So it was 3 by 12. So I'm just going to cut 3 centimetres. Oh, good grief. Right, 3 centimetres off this card front. And it needs to be down to 12 centimetres. Which is there. And this, I'm going to have wet glue on it now. I think that might need topping up. Okay, and then I'm going to lay it from the end and try and get it straight this time. There we go. A bit more wet glue. And then I can trim it. There we go. Get that to stick down. Right, so I need to stamp my sentiment. What did I do on that? Wishing you a happy day. Okay. So the trick with this is to have it in place before you stamp your sentiment. Okay. So I'm going to do it so it lines up with that line. Right, now I'm going to put Seal Plus at either end, or both ends. And then I'm going to line up where I want it, which is there. Work out where that is. I'm just going to mark that with pencil. With great difficulty. Okay, and then where I've just marked that pencil, I can put a seal on there as well. And then the same on the other side, I just line that up. Right, here we go. So now I've lined up my cardstock. I'm going to fold that down and fold that down, and then it's held in place. Just got a little bit of glue over running there. Okay, so now I can stamp my sentiment. And we did a happy day first. I'm going to do it in copper clay. So I want to stamp that on the bottom part. Making sure the bottoms of my P's and Y's are, there we go. A happy day. Oh, it's a daisy. And then I'm going to do wishing you. Above it. And I'm going to stamp this off, I think, because it's so dark. Wishing you a happy day. There we go. Yeah, I think stamping it off is definitely the... Right, now we've got to decorate the front panel. So with the previous one, I was using the Nests of Winter, so I had a bird and a tree and everything. So that was, I was able to use that. On this one, I've just got a tartan. Well, I had a tartan. There it is. Like that. And I'm going to do it so that this would be quite good for a masculine card, actually. Oh, I've got ink all over me. So that's not gone right to the bottom. It's got a little bit deeper. And then pop that on the top. And then I'll just trim that bit off there. And there you go. So I could have actually stamped my wishing you onto a little strip of white there, which probably would have been the best thing to do. But that's card number 3, and that's the one with the Nests of Winter. So you've got the bird, and I just put some flowers on there. So that's card 3. Okay, let's just run through these quickly. So there's card 3. I've got lots of cleaning up to do. I'm not really a messy crafter. I don't like getting in a mess like this. Need to get some work. Need to clean these. They will just rinse under the tap. So I'll do that in a second. No gems on that one because it's a mess. So there's card 2, and we're going without the sentiment. And there's card 1. So fun, and they are the in colours that are retiring. So I hope you like them. I will be doing a product-based class next month using this, so I will do a sneak peek of what the cards are going to be, and there'll be more in colours that you're used to seeing from me. So and don't forget, I have an ordering special from now till the end of March, and I'll pop the details in the post below. And if you sign up for my email, you'll get the free tutorial on Sunday. All right, thanks for watching. Have a lovely weekend, and I hope you join me next week.